Hi, I'm Congressman Ron Kind. This past week we celebrated Veterans Day. It's a day we set aside every year on November 11th to commemorate and give thanks to the veterans who served in our armed forces. It's a sentiment that we should adhere to and practice year-round, thanking our veterans for their service to our country. And what better way to honor them and to give thanks to them than to ask them to share their stories of what it was like to serve our nation. That's why 11 years ago I authored the Veterans History Project. It's an opportunity to preserve an important part of American history, the experience that our veterans had in serving our nation during times of war and peace. I meant to keep it very simple, just for family members to set up the family video camera like we're doing right now, sit across the kitchen table and ask our veterans in our lives to share their story, whether it's a family member, friend, or neighbor. We're now actively seeking more organizations, more groups, more schools to participate, reaching out to the veterans of your community to get them to preserve their stories before it's too late. We're losing over 1,700 veterans every day in this country, mainly of the World War II and Korea generation. So time is of the essence. These videotapes, interviews are being archived at the Library of Congress, where they're also being digitized and made available over the internet. So take a moment and ask the veteran in your life, whether a family member, friend, or neighbor, to share their story and participate in the Veterans History Project. You can get more information on the Veterans History Project by contacting my office or going to the Library of Congress's website, loc.gov, and download the information there. I was also proud to support this past week legislation that creates tax incentives for employers, large and small, to hire veterans. Today, the veterans' unemployment rate is north of 20%. We can do a heck of a lot better than that. Through these tax incentives, tax credits to businesses to hire veterans, we can make a dent on that unemployment. But it also makes sense for the businesses. The veterans bring with them considerable skill, training, discipline, responsibility that they derive from their service for our country. So it would make sense for businesses to reach out to and actively seek to hire the veterans in our community. So this past week, a time to give thanks to our veterans, but it's a sentiment that should be shared nationwide all year long. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.